Today on episode 13 of the Reaper Paranormal Show, I call it the Devil's Pass. What did you call it, Shay?
Diet loves pass.
Yeah, whatever she just said. So stay tuned. Hey, thank you for joining us today. I am Roy, and I'm joined by my co-host, as always, Tam. And as you notice, we have, I don't know if she's even a special guest anymore.
I'm
I'm going to call
not.
her a guest. And that's the
Just saying also
that's even
Shay.
being
Shay
loose.
is also here again.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't get rid of her. She keeps banging on our door, trying to get in. We just let her in. Let the crazies in, you know. So
At least one of them.
Shay. It's important that she is here today, right? It's important that she is here today because she has a great story today to tell.
Dude, I'm so excited.
So Shay, what are you going to talk about today?
Yeah,
So we're going to talk about Dietlov's Pass, and I'm so excited. I couldn't even wait to start really digging into this. You want me to start or?
It's
go right
it's
ahead,
a great
Shay.
story. Before we jump in, real quick, Shay. So we did another show before this, and I've been over here since about like 1 o'clock this afternoon, and I didn't realize right over my shoulder. I don't know. Let's see if I can go full screen. No, crap. Slowly
We'll
out.
do it for you.
Right over my shoulder. Can you see it?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I saw it.
So
That's amazing.
Yes, I had no idea it was there until about a half hour ago. Robert in the thing has been over my shoulder this whole time. So maybe he's the reason for the audio issues, Roy. You know,
Or maybe Shay, actually. Quick story for Shay.
Yes.
My buddy's kid comes downstairs a few days ago and freaking out, kind of, not really freaking out, but like, hey, I got to tell you something. The attic door upstairs flung open by itself. And upstairs, we live in a house. My buddy owns the house. He turned it into several small apartments. And I live on the first floor. My buddy lives up this in the apartment. There's an apartment next to him. That's another apartment. And my buddy's son lives in the front room. Blah, 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 whatever. But upstairs in the third apartment, there are pictures of his family on the wall, high up near the ceiling. And they're pictures of his mom, his dad, and his kids. And him and blah, blah. And his two brothers. And when his son came downstairs, his son's 25, 26, he's an adult. But he's like, dude, you're not gonna believe what happened. The pictures of me and my two sisters flew off the wall. He said they didn't fall down; they propelled several feet off the wall. He goes, and door to the attic flung open. I'm like, really? Because yeah, it happened a couple different times, and there have been several deaths in this house. The most recent was Rick's brother. He died tragically. He was sick, blah, blah, blah. Long story. But I said to his son that it's probably him trying to tell him something, or one of the family members who have died here trying to tell them something. And for whatever reason, he's not paying attention to listening to what they're trying to tell him. And said, start listening more and see what they have to say. Maybe that's what's going on. So I'll keep you up on what's going on. But if you sense anything, Shay, just chime in.
That's exciting though. I'm not getting anything, but that's exciting.
Yeah, he said the door flung open. And I said, dude, you lived here all your life. You know this place is haunted. Why are you so proud up? Like, I saw it. I'm like, oh, okay. There'd be times when I first started hanging around here. I used to hang out here before I moved in, blah blah whatever. And we would see shadow figures come down the stairs, and we'd expect someone to come to the door. No one ever came to the door, and if you went to the door, there'd be nobody there. So a lot of cool stuff happens around here. But anyway, we're not here for that. We're here for the Devils Pass.
Yeah, this is
what she said.
This is a great story. This is a lot of fun. Well, not fun for them, but it's fun to research this.
Pretty shitty for them actually. It sounds like so. All right, I'm gonna get started then. Is that okay? All right. So
Sure.
Go for
this
it.
all started on January 25th of 1959, and Igor Dyatlov, who was a student of the Ural Polytechnic Institute. I can't really say that. I'm sorry. He selected 9 other people who were experienced skiers and hikers, and past students or current students of his school to go on an expedition of sorts. So on the 26th, they would all meet in, again, I apologize for any mispronunciation, Ivdel. Well, anyways, they would meet there on January 26th and then move a little bit closer the next day to their starting point, which would be the 27th of January. And on the 28th of January, Yuri Yudin, which was one of the members, decided he was going to back out for health reasons. He did not feel as though he would be an asset to the expedition, and he backed out. He would come to be the only survivor out of the 10 that left on January 25th. So, Dyatlov's Pass, the incident happened sometime between February 1st and February 2nd of 1959. The victims, there were no other survivors, and the victims were found 6 had hypothermia, and 3 of them would die of fatal injuries. The fatal injuries were 1 to the skull and 2 to the chest. Igor Dyatlov was also an experienced ski hiker, and none of them are strangers to any of this. They all know what they're doing, and
a lot of this is cross country skiing, just for anybody out there. Because which is very tough thing to do, cross country skiing.
Yeah. Okay. So, like I said before, none of them end up surviving, and the actual event that happened, no one really truly seems to know, or there's a lot of theories surrounding it, and there are a lot of really neat ones. So when they found the bodies, they found 2 bodies were missing their eyes, 1 body was missing their tongue, and 1 body was missing their eyebrows.
Oh, I didn't see that. They're missing their eyebrows. I knew about the tongue.
Eyebrows. Yep.
Wow, that's really strange. Eyebrows.
Yeah, so strange. That's why I kind of stopped. I wanted to see if you had a rebuttal on that, but
no, I don't know. I don't understand. That's because I've heard theories for the tongue, but what would make eyebrows fall out? Very strange.
Yep. Yeah, I thought that was really weird. So, on the scene, so scientists would go and went and investigated after it happened to try to figure out what happened to them. And they also found a lot of weird stuff, but they also found large humanoid, but not feasibly human footprints.
I didn't see that either. So,
yeah, I saw that in a couple different things.
Which, I mean, would make sense that you wouldn't see it in a lot of the...
How long were they there?
Well,
how long were
there's different types of...
I don't know. I couldn't find anything saying how long.
I mean, Yeah, I mean, it couldn't be that long because more snow would have fallen. So it was probably like right after that they discovered they were missing. But as I was saying,
That's
it
my
kind of
point.
make, I guess it would make sense that it wasn't in. What's your point?
That because they found footprints, it could have been from someone totally different.
Oh yeah, well no. So if they found them soon enough, I misheard what you said. They found them soon enough that they could find their footprints. They could kind of play out a scene before the deaths. But they
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. Yeah, so they did, and just with the humor, I guess that would make sense that you didn't, I wouldn't see it in all of them because it is coming out of, and why it's harder to pronounce these names. It's Russian. It's coming out of
Yeah.
Russia, USSR. So in the 50s, so I could understand why those large humanoids wouldn't be in every publication because of one reason or another. But yeah, it happened. They were able to correct me if I'm wrong, Shay. After they went missing and everything, they were kind of able to recreate the scene to a certain degree by telling which way they walked because they had cut their way out of the tent and
Yeah,
they could
back
see
of the tent.
and they could see how far they got from their initial camping place, right?
Yep.
So.
And they said they all left in a hurry on barefoot, and they all left, I guess the footprints and stuff support the fact that no one left with help. They were all able to get out of the tent on their own.
Oh, okay. They were. Because I might be conflating two stories. Never mind. Sorry.
That's okay. So another thing that they found that kind of makes me a little curious is they did radiation tests after they found them, and they only found radioactive contamination on their clothing. None on them, none on the hair, on their clothes.
And I'm pretty sure I read something about that as well. What do you think would just expose? Because you would not expose in like you said, not in their hair, not on their skin. I mean, it is Russia. Wasn't there some sort of nuclear mine testing something not far, like not right there, but somewhere near there?
I've seen conflicting. I've seen that there was, and then I've seen that there was. No, I've seen. That's a little wonky because I've seen stuff conflicting in both ways, so I'm not too sure if there was or not, but
okay.
So another thing they found too, they came to the conclusion that there weren't any signs of a struggle because there was no soft tissue damage on any of them. How I guess I don't understand. I actually tried to figure it out, but I don't understand how if one has a fatal skull injury, one has a non-fatal skull injury, and then two have chest injuries, how is there no soft tissue damage? Like, how does that happen?
Yeah, that's strange. Roy, any theories, any posits on that?
Yes, it was in Russia, and the Russian government was messing with them.
Just how collecting eyebrows?
Okay, so I mean, what is that called? Clipping eyebrows. But I mean that, I guess that is a theory, and the way they say the simplest is the most usually right, whatever. But I don't know. Yeah, like why missing eyebrows? That's strange.
Well,
but
Russians are known to torture their own people, so.
Yeah, of course. I mean, so is America. So is the United States. We torture our own as well. That's strange.
We deserve it.
Jeez, that's terrible. No soft. That's very strange. Like detail.
Yeah.
No soft tissue damage. That's a very. It's because I've heard other people's theories as to what they think, but I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's just
so it was just one. Yeah, It was one person missing a tongue, right?
One missing a tongue, two missing eyes or missing an eye. I couldn't quite find. And then someone was missing their eyebrows. Sorry, someone was missing their eyebrows. I don't know why that made me laugh. I shouldn't have. That's awful.
Yeah, it's just a strange because, like I said, when I've listened to other podcasts on this, I've read a lot on this, and it was like, it was like, they different podcasts said they cut their way out, or basically it looked more like they tore their way out of the tent. Didn't use the zipper at all. Went out the side of it or something. So that would make you think that they saw something, saw or heard or both on something, but then they take off barefoot. Don't even put on, don't take the time to put anything on their feet, not put any other clothing on whatsoever, and wander for until they basically succumb to the elements. And
yeah, that's fear. There's no way that's not fear.
And
most of the things I'm seeing saying
I don't want to jump ahead on you.
No, you're fine.
The back of the tent. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. Did you have any theories, or?
Well, no, I think it's just like I said. I feel like it's just obvious that they were scared. I think I've about touched on everything except for it was one of the other theories was that there was an indigenous tribe, the Mansi people. I might be saying that wrong. I apologize. That they initially wanted to try to place blame on, but they have since disproved that, and I don't know how. They just disproved it. No evidence supporting, and all the paperwork that was released after all of this, there was no information on any of this of the skier hikers. No information on their internal organs at all.
No information.
Mm-hmm. No information.
Is that what you said? Okay. I want to make sure. That's weird. Yeah, I mean, it's such a strange and fascinating case because it's just like so many things just don't make sense, and you can sort of attribute certain parts of the story to certain things, but when you look at it as the story as a whole, nothing, in my opinion, seems to make 100% sense. It's just like I've heard for them, them being scared. Obviously they were scared something, like out of their mind. I've heard that psychosis induced by hypothermia. They really wouldn't make that sense, and then it could be exasperated because they're in a group and and stuff like that. But it's like, yeah, okay, I guess it doesn't. I'm not sold on that. It's like, and then the injuries being as weird as they are, it's like I've heard for the tongue, scavenged, by an animal, which makes sense. That may, a wolf or something coming along. The
eyebrows makes it
stuff
weird.
like that. I mean, but then you get eyebrows, and it's. I don't know. I've heard some crazy theories too, like from aliens did it to secret government testings to some sort of Bigfoot Yeti style creature. I did like how I think it was last week you what did we tie? You tied this into something that we were talking about last week, didn't you? Was it Wendigo psychosis?
Yeah, that's what it was.
I thought that was really interesting because I hadn't heard that. That's really cool. I think that's a really cool sort of theory on it. I mean, but because I guess the tongue,
So one other thing, I think when I had initially heard about this, I didn't realize how young these people were. There was one guy that was my age. I'm 38, but all of the rest of them were between 20 and 24. They were babies. That's crazy.
Yeah. That That's terrible too when you think about it. Granted, back then in the 50s, those 22-year-olds were a lot more mature than our 22-year-olds nowadays.
Oh,
But
yeah.
still, that's still a baby. I'm sorry.
No,
That's
it
still a
is.
baby. I was so immature at 22 years old.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't imagine being on
No.
some specialized team to go do whatever they were doing. It's
No, me
oh
too.
man. I mean,
Mhm.
what do you think, Roy?
I've been messaging you guys left and right here. I'm
Oh,
typing.
sorry.
and you guys
I
can see it.
see when my message on the phone, it's a pain in the ass to get to it. I'm sorry. I'll message because now I
Okay.
can't see
I'm
anything.
trying to be a
'cause
wise
it goes
ass,
to, like,
and you guys aren't even helping me out here.
So I have a
I'm like,
question.
I'm getting nothing from these two.
Can you see who is commenting?
No one comments.
You can't see
I
that?
can see if someone comments.
I think that's Roy.
Oh,
It's me.
Okay. All right.
Well,
Yeah, that's Roy
I
putting those
sent you guys
comments
a
up.
private message. I sent you guys a private message.
Yeah.
I know you couldn't read. You were telling the story.
We were trying to ignore you.
I would message you guys because I'm so slow. My video is so slow that like Shay's way behind, Tom's way behind. So instead of screwing you guys up, I figured, well, let me message these guys. But then when I tried to message you guys, it popped up. You can't message on the private chat. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? So I had to do the pop-up thing. I'm like, fuck me. And then you guys ignored it. And I'm like, well, this is no fun. They're ignoring my things. Because I know you guys are reading them. I can see you reading them. Like, no comment. I'm like, nope.
Well,
She just kind of glossed over it. Like, went on.
My first thought was he spelled maybe wrong.
Yep, mine too.
I was like, I don't know why you spelled
I
maybe.
thought I always spelled maybe.
I know. I don't know why. I just got hung up on that, and then I forgot.
I've always spelled it that way. I don't know what made me start doing that, but I've always done that for some reason.
Well, it's like I spelled tonight always for some reason.
Go back to your story. I didn't mean to screw you up.
You missed it all.
Yeah.
We're done.
No, I'm right here. I heard everything you said. I actually
So we were asking you. We were asking you what your theory. Did you have any theories on this, or anything you wanted to add to this?
I did. I said it's not
okay.
real. It happened.
Okay, that seems to be just Roy's pretty much go-to every episode now.
So
it didn't happen. It's not real.
Yeah.
What didn't make sense though? I mean, this happened. This happened. These people did die. What's implausible?
But there's nothing paranormal about it.
So they said
there's nothing paranormal about it though.
No, but there is.
So theory on the. Okay, so that's been a new study actually. They just did a new study, and there are a couple scientists that said it could happen because they mistook the topography of where they put their tent. It was this new thing that came out in 2020. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know if I buy it. It's basically essentially, I don't know the exact term, but it's like a controlled avalanche. They're extremely rare. They're extremely,
a slab avalanche.
Where it's very, yeah, it's actually just a slab that happens. Very little damage, very little proof that they've happened afterwards. It's like, so well, and it still doesn't answer missing eyebrows, stuff like that.
One of the pictures they sent Roy was actually of their tent.
You're in it.
They're animals.
What's that?
It was
animals. You said okay for the tongue. Yeah. What about the eyebrows? Why the animals don't eat the hair?
Animals tore up the eyebrows trying to. No, but they would tear that off to get to the other layers.
No, but that was the only damage on the face was the eyebrows were missing.
Yeah, there would be there would be damage on the forehead. There would be damage to the nose, eyes.
They weren't very hungry.
They were just like, man, I just want a little strip of
They were
hair.
very
That's all I
hungry.
want to eat today. Is this little strip of hair off this human's face.
They did a chicken nugget challenge. They did a chicken nugget challenge, and there was stuff, so they just want a little bit to tide them over.
All right, so what do you think, Shay? Because Roy's just very antagonistic right now. So
He is. I don't know. So I
Just
sent
right
Roy
now,
a
come on
picture.
now.
I sent Roy a picture of the tent, and if it was this avalanche that supposedly scared them out of the tent, I feel like you wouldn't still be able to see most of the tent. It's like that bothers
yes,
me a
true.
little. And then I know it's not really like a good theory, but all I can think is since you said it like they took one eye each person. I didn't even think of it that way, but I didn't see anything specifying that they took two from each. So if they'd taken two eyes, one from two different people, and then the tongue, and then the eyebrows, it feels very Jeepers Creepers to me.
Okay.
I know that's
You're
not what it
thinking
is.
too
I know
much.
that's not what it is, but that's all I can think of since you said that. I know that's not a theory, but that's all I can think about now. Is they're trying to build something like someone.
Now that you put it that way, I'm thinking like, oh, that sounds like a witch's brew or some sort of voodoo type thing, but it's in the mountains of Russia. So I don't know. Yeah, because again, like I was saying earlier in the thing, it's like everything put together just does not. It does not
No,
jive all together.
it doesn't. Not even a little.
It's there's too many weird little things. It's like I don't even know. I mean.
Mm-mm.
What could scare them so much to tear ass out of a tent, cut their way out or rip their way out the back of a tent, not use the actual zipper, and not put on any clothes, just go as is. Roy thinks it's Robert, which it could be Robert, right? But this happened, I don't know. I have no idea.
So all I can think too is now, especially knowing their age, these are mostly people in their 20s that are clearly in very good shape because they're doing all this hiking and skiing and and whatever. And what could have possibly scared 9 people of that caliber of health? What could have scared them that bad? I don't know. I can't even fathom what I think it should be, but I don't know. It's just mysterious.
And I have heard the government that they stumbled upon something that they shouldn't have, and that the government and and it was somehow that way. And I mean that very very well could be too. I guess. I mean, it still doesn't explain certain things, but unless they did it for, I don't know, like they could have cut out the tongue just to make it look like they were scavenged by
but the eyebrows, why the eyebrows?
Yeah, that's very strange. I mean,
doesn't make any sense.
maybe I mean, again, nothing, I don't know. It's kind of frustrating too, because
yeah, no, it's very weird. I don't know, but I think that's all I got.
Yeah, that was.
It's very quiet without Roy. Oh, there he is.
What's up, Roy?
Did you guys watch the movie?
I have not yet.
I have. I like it.
I'm definitely gonna check it out. I have not.
I bet you might have more.
Yeah, you liked it until the end.
My phone and pull up those pictures, but if you're done, I'm gonna bother now. Yeah, I didn't care for the end of it.
No, the end of it was a little.
Yeah, I'll try.
Still neat though.
So what are we doing next week, Roy?
So I'm thinking we're gonna tell some ghost stories.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah, some personal experiences. Yeah, just some personal experiences. Maybe we'll talk about. Remember our first investigation, Shay?
Yes.
It was me, you, Grim, your
Yes.
brother-in-law.
Yeah, but where was that? Was our first one Rehoboth Village? Or was it Carver Cotton Gin Mill?
No, it was the village. But
Okay.
but it wasn't it before that we did a house. You asked me and Graham to help you with that.
What?
Or was that after?
What?
You asked me and Graham to help your brother-in-law with some private home.
Oh yeah,
Your
yeah, yeah.
brother-in-law.
Yeah, no, I
Did you
remember
forget
now.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did forget about that too. I did forget about that actually, yeah. Yeah, I remember it though. I remember it vaguely, but I do.
But I figured we can tell some personal experiences in the paranormal. Talk about what we've gone through, and maybe talk about like places we want to investigate or have investigated.
I feel like we just did that. I feel like you guys
We just did tell
interviewed me a
ghost
lot, I
stories.
think. Yeah, ghost stories.
No, we did that one
What-
time.
What about
Yeah.
We haven't
hometown ghost
discussed-
stories?
We haven't discussed
Yeah.
hometown. What's that?
Hometown ghost
Well,
stories.
We got to be
that
careful to make sure
lore
they are different
stuff from your home.
because we don't. Yeah,
Well,
we
we
don't want
have
to
not
go
discussed
back to
any.
the same
I
stories
have
too
I have
quick, for sure.
I have not told a paranormal story on this podcast yet.
You
Not a
haven't?
full story. No, we haven't done an episode on that. It's either been a story a famous story, or it's been an interview, and I mentioned a couple things, but I've never
Everybody's
told a full
audio
story.
just went crazy.
Of course, it's okay now though because I can edit
Everybody's
this
audio.
out. It's okay. I can edit this out. Well, do you guys have any ideas? What else do you want to do? Because I'm up for anything. I don't care.
No, I think that's a good idea.
I
I
was gonna
really
look up
thought
something today,
you
but
had.
no. Because I haven't told a full story. I've mentioned
He's definitely told parts of stories. We definitely talked about experiences and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I think it is? I think
I
it's
don't know if he's
'cause-
told maybe from start to finish, but
Well, maybe
Yeah.
we
I
should
think
hold
it's
on
'cause you've
on this
interviewed
then.
me.
but yeah, that was like 30 seconds ago. Oh, see, I don't care either.
Well, if you think it's
No,
too
we
silly,
have
if-
definitely,
if I have
Shay,
told-
we definitely
I have
have.
told parts of stories.
Not that's what I'm saying. Not yes, and it's. I mean, yeah.
We don't want to do too
He
many
probably
stuff
hasn't
too
told a
soon.
story all the way from start to finish, but we definitely told lots of stories.
Hmm. Well,
Yeah,
I don't want
and
to keep
that.
doing. I don't want to keep doing this like stories.
Well, it comes
every
down
week,
to every episode.
you know.
Yeah, you don't want to keep doing all the same or anything. I think it comes down to touche is that every episode we end up, we'll talk to each other. It's like we have whatever our main topic is, whether it's an interview
Yeah.
or stuff, but we always end up having conversations within. And I think our personal experiences come up, and that's why it's like
Yeah.
we definitely have told
I think that's what
the
happens.
stories.
Yeah,
It's,
so we should hold up on that then. 'cause
It's,
we don't want to do too much. Same thing.
Yeah, exactly. You want to keep it. I mean, I'm down for whatever. I mean, because I know, like, I know
What
I
about
picked
the
last week
hometown hunt?
what we were going to talk about.
What's that? Well, I asked you what that
What
is,
about
Shay.
the-
You haven't answered me.
The hometown. So you were breaking up
Yeah.
really bad. So
Yeah. So the hometown
Okay.
hunts would be maybe we can all
all right,
pick
you're better now. So
me.
Go ahead,
Yep.
Shay.
So hometown hunt would be like we could all pick like the scary thing that happened in our town, or the the ghost story, or the curse, or the something that happens where we're from.
Oh, I
Kind of
like that.
cool.
That's cool. I'm down for that. I mean,
Nothing scary
Roy?
happens in Brockton.
I like it.
Nothing scary happens in Brockton.
I mean,
The city of champions. Come on.
are
Nothing
you kidding? It's
scary happens
scary.
here.
It's scary living in Brockton. What do you mean? No, just kidding.
Touche. Yeah, that's good with me. Yeah.
No, I like that. That's kind of cool. It's different.
Yeah, me
so,
too.
I like it.
Yeah.
Cool. Hometown
So you'll have to
haunts
come up
next
with
week.
your own. Yeah, I like it.
Oh, I
I'm
got
gonna
plenty
steal
to
yours.
pick from in my town. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'll probably go with the most famous from mine, just because what we're known for. So as far as when it comes to the paranormal,
Actually,
but
my scariest story, which I don't remember it, but it happened to me, was told to by my mother. So I'm gonna tell that story.
Nice, good.
And Shay, I might have told you this. You might know this story.
nice.
Shay.
I'll act
Yeah, I think I
surprised.
told you everything,
How's this?
but surprise. But yeah, it's a really good story. It still blows my mind that supposedly it happened. I was trying to
Very
think
cool.
of like paranormal.
So should we do like a?
You guys' audio is very off for me.
I was
don't
gonna
know.
say, Roy. Yeah, same here. But I was gonna say, Roy,
My
do you want to
audio is
do
very
a
off.
closing for the show just for editing purposes?
I'll do it right now.
Closing for the show.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yep. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to our show today. If you're watching on YouTube, like our show, subscribe to our podcast by using the link below. And if you're listening to our podcast on audio and you want to subscribe, go to our website. That's www.podpage.com/The Reaper Paranormal Show. There are links and you can subscribe to our podcast any way you want. It's very simple. You just click the little button, bada bing, bada boom, you're on. So subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on our website, subscribe everywhere because we are the Fashizzle Manizzle and the best podcast in the world when the audio works. And Shay is shaking her head and smiling, and Tom looks half asleep. So everybody, you have a good night. Thank you for listening to our show, and we'll see you and talk to you again next week. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.